Welcome to the Sunshine Tour, the 26th edition, week 5. Week 5, and also the last week, since it's been cut short due to the coronavirus. So, a beautiful day yet again, a little cloudy, perfect conditions for show jumping, 20 degrees, as has been every other weekend. The course builder, Javier Trenor, which you're very familiar with, a 4-star Spanish course builder. Again, for this last day of jumping here in Vejer de la Frontera, still a big crowd of horses, in total 1,950 horses, which all will have to vacate the site in the next short while. So we're here with the 10 horses to jump in this Suzuki Grand Prix. At this stage we've got 12 clears for this Grand Prix, and to show us the track is Riccardo Pisani from Italy, and he's riding Chaclotte, a very typical Chaco Blue horse. So first the Casser fence with a 7 stride to the number 2 fence, an Oxer 150 square. Going around now to 5 A and B, a 1 stride double of verticals. Then going down to number 6, an Oxer over water. The time is not causing a huge problem, but what is causing problems is the fact that, especially at the end, there's a few distances that are long related distances, tend the horse to have a little bit flat. So a lot of the faults so far have been towards the end of the track. And now the Massimo Dutti fence down to Marquet de Riscal, dogleg to this narrow vertical, then a stretch down to the last fence. A beautiful clear round there, and the 13th of the clear rounds there for Riccardo Pisani and his 11-year-old Chaclotte. This horse was on the Italian team in Barcelona, St. Gallen and Hickstead. Very typical of the sire, given a demonstration of jumping there. So next in the ring is for Great Britain, Matthew Sampson, and he's riding Genève R. Genève R is by Eldorado. This one won the 2-star Grand Prix, the London show last summer. Very competitive horse, lots of placing, very good placing, 2- and 3-star shows at Grand Prix level. Still plenty fresh. Just a 9-year-old. Eldorado, of course, a stallion that's very much in the limelight at the moment, thanks to Killer Queen and a few others that are hitting the big time right now at the moment. And they're very playful there. Deciding to assure that vertical, and now down to the last fence and clear. I'm very happy Matthew there joining the other, and now our 14th to qualify for the jump on. 15 prizes in this in this competition. This Suzuki Grand Prix with 12,700 to the winner. So a big pot here and plenty of competition. So next to go is Dominic Hendricks, and he's riding Castor Van het Molenhof, 13-year-old stallion by Katogi, owned by Gilbert de Rock. Part of the Belgium Nation Cup team in Hickstead last year. Had a particularly good show, this combination, particularly good show last year in the Steffex Knocke series of shows last summer. So a total of 60 starters in this Suzuki Grand Prix. So, as you see at the end of the course, Javier forcing the riders to let the horses lengthen a little bit to make the distances, and some of the horses getting a bit flat and having fences down. So unfortunately for Dominique, they're having 2 down for 8 faults. Next to go is for Great Britain, William Funnell, and he's riding Billy Diamo. So it's been a very stressful time for the organizers here to try and reschedule everything to be able to close the event this evening after the last horse have jumped. A lot of the horses will go back and load up and go back to their various home destinations, and the venue will go from being a show venue to part of it to a training venue, because some people will not be able to return immediately, so they decided to stay put on the venue. Difficult decisions for a lot, and of course for some of the riders who came for the last 2 weeks, they will only have the benefit of 1 week. Unfortunately for William, coming in on 4 faults here with Billy Diamo, and staying on the 4 faults. So 14 clears, 15 prices, and we already have 1 on time fault, so with a fence down, unfortunately it's to be out of the money.
9 starters left to go in this first round of the Suzuki sponsored Grand Prix. The final.
So next into the ring is Angeli van Essen. Angeli, who's jumped different horses in the Grand Prix every week. This week she's choosing to ride this 8-year-old Swedish-bred horse, bred by her twin sister Emily. By Louis Dam, same as her star horse of last year, Louis Can, who is now jumping for Canada. So a tremendous ability for Angeli to come with a different horse every week and to be unfortunately lent a little bit on that fence, but still a great round. There's another one. A great round for this very young horse. Play, which we're bound to see more of. So coming in on 8 foals, but a very nice round of Angeli, who's has a big team of horses here and who has been consistently in the money in the bigger classes and in the young horse classes. So, next in the ring is again for Great Britain. It's Harry Charles. He's riding the Irish bred ABC Quantum Cruise. A gelding, 11-year-old gelding by Obus Quality out of a cruising mare. It's a Grand Prix winner with Father Peter. Harry's been in the money with this one. And looking set for joining up the others in the jump off. Clear and clear, well within the time, is Harry, which is now the 15th clear, so all the prize money places are filled at this stage. We just have 5 more horses to go and some very strong combinations, so one could expect a couple more horses to join with the rest. First of these is first week here is Penelope Le Prévost, and she's riding Vancouver de l'Enlor. This is an 11-year-old stallion by Toulon. Out of a Le Tour de Semilly mare. Toulon, who has a number of horses jumping at the very highest level. PSJ final of Cian O'Connor being one of them. So Penelope using, or had planned to use this show as a warm-up to start the outdoor season in earnest, but of course, unfortunately at this stage we all know that for at least a month, maybe more, all the events, international events, have been cancelled or postponed to a later date. So coming in tremendous clear round in a fast time and jumping extremely well is this Toulon Vancouver de l'Enlor with Penelope. So that's our 14th clear. This last year had 2 second places in 5-star Grand Prix, previously written by Romain Deguet. So at the moment we have plenty of opposition there, and we're assured of a very exciting jump off. With 16 clears. So next for Spain is Manuel Sarro, and he's riding the Spanish-bred Jarlin de Torres. This is a Spanish-bred horse by Jarnac. Just a 9-year-old. Horse still in the making there. Something that Fanfa is more than adept at. Fanfa, of course, at some stage did ride Chaco Blue himself during his career. Long time associated to the Paul Chocomil stables. So coming in on 4 faults, and is Manuel Sarro and Jarlin de Torres. Well, just 4 to go. I would guess that Manuel would be well pleased there with a horse that hasn't been exposed that much to this level. But now, one of the very much talked about stars in the making is Mikey Pender, or Mikey Pender, and he's riding HHS Burnchurch. HHS Burnchurch by Heritage Fortunis out of a Cavalier Royale mare, so very much a Hughes family bred horse. Winner already of 3 Grand Prix, 2-star Grand Prix. Was placed in Geneva, placed in the Dublin Grand Prix. Michael, of course, the winner of the Hickstead Derby, and many, many more classes. This horse previously also ridden by Miguel Bravo. And Mikey very much on its way there to jump a clear round and join the rest in the jump off. For last, well within the time. And there's the 15 clear, or the 17 clear at this stage of the Suzuki Grand Prix. This week, the other winners of the ranking classes were Jens Wikström for Sweden, Jason Foley with Castlefield Vegas. Jason, who had a tremendous show here in Verrières with many different horses. So here, one of the great stars, Cabri de Lille, the son of Canaan, written by Pedro Vinis. So part of the golden Pan Am Gold team of last year, but of course this horse is definitely the horse with the biggest palmarès of all the horses here, and looking just as fresh as ever. First week he's out here. Oh, little fall behind. It's the first week that Pedro has been using Cabri de Lille. And again, most people would have planned to have him ready and to jump him in the big Grand Prix that should have been the Grand Prix for the last week, the 6th week of this 26th running of the Sunshine Tour. So coming in on 4, finishing with 8, is Pedro with Cabri de Lille.
In this class is the USA's Laura Kraft.
So just 2 left to go.
Son of daughter of Verdi called Florette. 8-fold, 74-54 for Brazil's Pedro Vinícius and Cabri de Lille.
So the third class of the ranking classes was won by Germany, Holger Wenz with Yoshimi. So into the ring now is Laura Kraut, and she rides, same as last week, she rides Florette. Won the World Cup in Washington last year. Also the winner of the Grand Prix in Saint-Tropez and second in the Grand Prix in Hart Hill, amongst many other results. Disappointing there. Atypical performance there for Laura and Florette, and Laura decided to call it a day and call it a show, since this is very much the end of this Sunshine Tour, and also the end of international jumping for at least a number of weeks, unfortunately. So, last to go is last week's Grand Prix winner, Holly Smith. This time not jumping Heart's Destiny again. Most probably planned to jump Heart's Destiny next week. So this, she goes with another horse already a winner here at the show, is Denver. Denver by Memphis. A horse that has had a very, very fast rise to the top with Holly, and with an incredible strike rate over the time that Holly has been riding this horse. Very quick horse. Fortunately, middle of the combination will keep Holly out of the jump off. So we have 17 starters in the jump off with some very fast climbs, so we're definitely looking for a very competitive jump off. So Holly goes out on 4 falls to complete this first round. So the second round, there's the list of the starters for the jump off. Exciting is Guido Clatte with King Jai, one of the great horses of 2-3 years ago. Harriet Nuttall already in the second place, and then Harry Charles, Penelope Prevost, and Mickey Pender to finish. So it'll definitely won't be finished until Mikey will have given the last word. So first to go in this jump off on a shortened course is Jack van het Dennenhof, and written for the Netherlands by Kim Emmen. This one again by Toulon, out of a Quidam de Revel, bred in the purple. So the shortened course start on 1, 2, 3. So we've got a turn back after 2. Distance is more or less dictated there. Difficult to here. Possibility for a short turn. She's fast there. She keeps galloping. The 2 last parts of the combination, then the turn back to this Massimo Dutti Oxer. The question, how brave one is there. Then the vertical and down to the last Suzuki fence, and Kim on a fast time of 41.38. This horse just recently been ridden by Kim, previously ridden by Gerard O'Neill for Ireland, started in Leipzig in a class, placed in Basel, and before that as a young horse was ridden by Sophie Dalm from Ireland. So, four falls in 41.38 was the time of Kim. So we next to go for France, Atom des Etis, 10-year-old stallion by My Lord Carthago out of Quidam de Revel. This one again very, very well bred, out of a mare called Eve des Etis, which was written by Hubert Bourdet, the late Hubert, who also rode Toulon. So this is a horse with a lot of Grand Prix placing at 2 and 3 star levels, so it will be very competitive here. And Laurent Goffinet, very competitive rider. Still clear. Going down to the last. Slower, somewhat slower than Kim, assuring the last fence and coming in on 42.55 and clear, and into the lead goes Laurent Goffinet. Probably, surely not fast, not quite fast enough to win it. So next in the ring is for Great Britain, Carl Robbins, and Carl is riding G. Camille, which is by Sirocco Blue. He's had a lot of placing in 2 stars and 3 star Grand Prix, so competitive. The horse is only 9 years of age. Was 5th and 3rd in Grand Prix in Valencia, which is also 2 and 3 star. So turn back. Being careful not to open up the horse too much. So going into the double at 20. Unfortunately, second part of the double down, going a little bit wider there. Now coming to the last. And coming in at 4 falls 43.76. So Slowest time so far for Carl with the young horse G. Camille, HBF. So next in the ring for Brazil, Stefan Barcia, and he's riding Artois d'Avillon. Artois d'Avillon is a Cashmere van Schuttershof, 14-year-old gelding. Was ridden by Harry Smulders at one stage and was in the team in the Nations Cup for Brazil in St. Gallen at Barcelona. Jumped a very good first round, this horse. So 18.5 seconds, so he was well up to about 2 seconds up on the time that we saw on Carl Robbins. And tight there. Down to the last. And a good gallop, yes. That's a good gallop. Let me be faster and well faster than the current leader. So we have a new leader now. Is Stefan Barcia for Brazil on Artois d'Avillon, 41.40. Right, now this probably would have to be the bookie's favourite. This horse been off for a little while, but he's a World Cup finalist. He's a European young rider champion with this combination. Won in 2016 in Mill Street. Very fast horse, and it's Quinjai, written by Guido Clatta. He's similar time, but probably will be able to get faster here. Very tight. Incredibly careful horse, and now will go very fast to this horse with tremendous balance. And indeed he is, and faster by 83 hundredths of a second. Into the lead goes a new leader, is Guido Clatta and Quinjai. Great to see the little horse back. He's a World Cup finalist in Omaha. A little rest there after 2018, but seems to be well back now. So first, our Japanese competitors here in the jump off. It's Jericho S, and he's ridden by Toshiki Masui. Plenty of placings this horse in 3 and 4 stars in last year. Just a little slower, and unfortunately the front part down. Forced him to counter a little bit on the spot. And 8 faults, 8 and 43.30. So goes back on the queue right now. So still in the lead is Guido Clatta and Quinjai.
Number 17 is Just van der Vita and Bart
So
Claris.
next in for Belgium is Bart Claris, and he's going with Just van der Vita, Sirocco Blue horse out of a quite easy mare. Fortunately, an early fence down. Fifth last week in the Grand Prix. He's won some good class at 3-star level and competed the Moroccan Tour. Fortunately, another fence down, so unfortunately coming in on 8 and 42.11. Just a little faster than the last competitor, Toshiki Masui, but 6th at this stage. So 10 left to go. And first here, also in the jump off last week, is Joseph Stockdale, and he's riding Don Diego de Plata, an 11-year-old by Ramiro de Bellevue out of a Landgraf mare. He was 10th in the Grand Prix last year, previously ridden by his late father Tim. Horse that made a very nice impression there last week, jumping very nice. Just a little bit wide there. Joseph is trying to assure a clear round. And achieved it in 45.63, so the slowest of the clears so far, but clear, and not that easy to go clear. With at this stage there's only 4 that have managed to go clear around this jump off track of Javier Trenor. So next in this Suzuki Grand Prix is Santolano, ridden by Andrej Zvara for the Czech Republic. Was a very good second in a 1m60 class in Budapest. Big horse, a little bit one-paced. Just showing this oxer here, but a good turn. And still clear, going to the last. So not being a great danger to the leaders, but finishing clear in 43.56. Puts him into 4th place at the moment. So 5 clears, 9 left to go. So next is second competitor for Japan. Japanese riders who consistently have been in the jump off in those Grand Prix classes over the 5 weeks. So this time it's Daisuke Fukushima, and he's riding Shanyon, another Chaco Blue from the Grand Canyon mare, bred in Lewitz. This one was written before by Gert-Jan Bruchink and also by Philip Koch. For a very fast time there and clear. Unfortunately, just having the fence down there was putting the time in danger there of Guido Klatte, coming in at 40.71, which was just a little bit slower than Guido Klatte. Very good effort there by Daisuke Fukushima. So hard luck. It's the one place where one shouldn't try to make up time is in that related distance to the Marquis-de-Riscal vertical. There's just no space. So next is Harriet Nuttall with the Irish-bred Galway Bay Jed by Romanov out of a Lux Z mare. Romanov, written by Billy Toomey and Bertram Allen. Harriet already second with this horse in a ranking class here this week. A combination of just a small slip there. Trying to ensure a clear round above all, I think, Harriet, although that's a tight turn. Fortunately, a touch there behind, but a very good time of 41.96, but unfortunately 4 faults for Harriet Nuttall, which at this stage puts her into 8th place. Now we've Ellen Whittaker, Riccardo Pisani, Matthew Sampson, Harry Charles, Penelope Pavot and Mikey Pender left. So a good few speed merchants there still left to go. First of them is Ellen Whittaker. She's riding Jack van Kattenheye. Jack van Kattenheye by Diabo out of a Canadian River mare. Second in the Grand Prix in Villamora. Third in the Grand Prix in Uplebeek. Ellen running a good few times here at the Sunshine Tour with this and some of the other horses that she rides here, so definitely having a cut. Yeah, well in touch. Good turn there. Unfortunately, it ended up being a little bit too tight. Front pole down. Coming on a fast time. And with 4 faults in 40.48. So that faster than Guido Klatte, but unfortunately that front pole, the Oxer down. Just had a very tight turn, back to that, back to the oxer, and unfortunately the horse flattened and had a front pole down. We saw the first round of this horse, jumped a magnificent first round. Is this son of Chaco Blue, 11-year-old stallion called Chaclot, written by Riccardo Pisani. Jump copybook first round. Good turn. It's a little down in the time there, but good turn here would change things. Steady. And through. It was a good round without doing anything silly, and finishing on clear 42-21, going into third place. Be well pleased with that. A horse definitely that will continue to be one of the horses that will be chosen to represent Italy in Nations Cup. Big jumper. Solid combination. So next is Matthew Thompson with Genève R. A little swishy in the first round, so hopefully he'll allow himself to be a little bit better, because time wasted. More falls. He will decide to slow down a little bit to make sure not to catch another one. Try and get back in money. So coming in on 4 falls and assuring the last fence. She always jumps beautifully, so finishes 4 in 44.13. Which at this stage puts him into 12th place.
Cruise is next. Great Britain's Harry Charles in the saddle.
Just jump off where it's difficult enough to jump a clear round in this jump off of Javier Trenor. So next is Harry Charles, and he rides ABC Quantum Cruise. This will be quick. Oh. Good luck. Coming in on a fast time. 4 falls in 41.79, which at this stage, by my reckoning, leaves him into 10th place. Yeah, so 10th place for Harry Charles. An ABC Quantum Cruise. So just 2 left to go and two very strong candidates, extremely strong candidates, with especially this one here, because the horse jumped remarkably well in the first round. It take a very careful horse, as well as an economic route. Very good line there. And this horse is really jumping. Very tight there. Very, very tight. I think either class is in trouble. Horse jumping superbly. Coming down to the last fence. And clear and below the 40, which is the first rider that does get below the 40 seconds. And Penelope goes into the lead with just one horse left to go, just one rider left to go. But not the least, she definitely won't be able to relax until Mikey has gone through the finish. So France in the lead, Penelope Prévost, with Vancouver de Lanlore. Penelope, who's well mounted for this year. Hopefully the circle will get back on track soon, because she's well ready for it. So next here and last to go for Ireland, Mikey Pender, and Mikey is riding HHS Burnchurch, 10-year-old gelding by Heritage Fortunas, out of Cavalier Royal mare. Tight down there. Have to assure this one. Oh, unfortunately, both had the pole down and unfortunately touched the wing as well. And the second part down as well, so coming in on 8 folds. And slowed down at the end, and still coming in on a fast time there, 41.34. So we have a winner, Penelope Prévost for France. She goes home with the Suzuki Grand Prix and the 12,700 euros that go with it, followed by Guido Clatte with a very exciting King Guy. Then for Brazil, Stéphane Barcia and Artois d'Avillon. So this is the end of the 26th edition of the Sunshine Tour here in Verrières de la Frontera. There's the prize ceremony, and thank you to the organizers, to the Blasquez family, Oxo Sport, and everybody for organizing a wonderful show, which unfortunately finished a little bit ahead of time. Till the next time, for me, Alan Storm, goodbye.